Hi boys and girls, I'm still Bob Weide, and this is Trailers from Hell. Most of my commentaries for this website are for films I first saw and loved when I was much younger that are still meaningful to me as an alleged grown-up. Today I'm going to talk about the 1966 sci-fi movie Fantastic Voyage. I first saw it when I was 7 and thought it was pretty cool. When I watched this film recently, it didn't strike me as a great film, but I was reminded why I loved it so much as a 7-year-old. It kind of straddles the line between sci-fi B-movie picks of the 50s and more technically innovative movies that were ushered in during the 60s and 70s. But you know what? It's still pretty cool. See if you agree.
You are listening to the sound of a completely new screen experience. A startling new kind of excitement.
The plot is promising. Our government has discovered a way to miniaturize anything down to a microscopic level, including people. But the catch is, the miniaturization process only lasts 1 hour. Don't ask. Only one scientist knows how to make the process last indefinitely. And wouldn't you know it, an assassination attempt by the Russians leaves him in a coma with a brain clot before he can reveal the secret to our guys. So now, a submarine containing a group of doctors and one G-man will be shrunk to the size of a microbe, injected into the scientist's bloodstream, and travel to the brain, where they'll remove the clot with a laser. But the catch is, they have to be out in 1 hour, or else they'll return to their normal size, making a mess of everything. What could possibly go wrong? Well, plenty, as it turns out. As soon as they're injected into the guy's bloodstream, it's one problem after another. But it wouldn't be a movie if everything went right, right? So, right off the bat, they make a wrong turn and have to find a new course to the brain, which now involves traveling through the heart, where their ship will likely be destroyed by the pumping process. And all because the men were too proud to pull over at a gas station and ask for directions. And of course, there's literally a ticking clock factor at work, as big analog countdown cards constantly remind us how close they're cutting it. Looking at the film through modern eyes, some of the special effects will look a bit cheesy. You'll see matte lines in some of the blue screen composites, but a lot of them are quite beautifully done in a practical pre-CGI world. I'd give anything to walk through the sets that were built for this movie. It's all very innovative and state-of-the-art for 1966, and in fact the film won 2 Oscars for art direction and special effects. And speaking of special effects, this film provides the first meaningful feature role for a stunning young actress named Raquel Welch. At one time I might have said there are 2 reasons to watch this film, Raquel Welch, but today I'm far too woke to make such a joke. Stephen Boyd has the lead here. Other roles are played by veteran actors like Edmond O'Brien, Arthur Kennedy, Arthur O'Connell. Of course, every picture needs a baddie to screw things up for everyone else, and when in doubt, it's usually the baldy. In this case, a tightly coiled Donald Pleasance, who totally freaks out early on and reveals that he's claustrophobic. You'd think somebody would have looked into this before the mission. The other villainous roles are supplied by natural enemies to our crew, like antibodies who wrap themselves tightly around Raquel Welch. Who can blame them, am I right? But my favorite line in the film is when the crew is swimming around in the bloodstream and Welch points to the near distance and calls out in a panic, "White corpuscles!" Come on, where else can you hear dialogue like that? Anyway, if you want to see a truly great film, look elsewhere. If you want to see a really fun, innovative 60s sci-fi flick, then consider taking this Fantastic Voyage.
If you thought it was too late to discover something entirely new on the screen, Fantastic Voyage will be a stunning experience. For you are going where no man or camera has ventured before.